This is your favorite gnome friend, Jirok, and last time on Dungeon Buddies.
Yeah, like we're singing a Quest song.
What? Let me hear your song. I want to hear it.
Quest.
The stone teeth of this island mouth clamp down around, slightly around your arm. So your hand has still taken the damage, but you can feel this intense heat in the palm of your hand right now. The whole room starts to rattle and start to collapse. But then you realize as you're standing out there, it's not just the ruins. The whole island is shaking.
Are you kidding me? Okay, I look back at Cal. He's close, right?
Yeah, you're still relatively close. You made a couple steps forward because he fell.
Okay, I cast a levitate on him, and I'm like, J-Rock, pull him!
I throw a rope around him and I just start pulling. We just
keep pulling him with levitate.
Okay,
Oh yeah, it's
I'm
really
just
funny.
loving the picture of a gnome pulling a giant 7-foot floating minotaur.
A minotaur-sized balloon.
And I want to just know, like, you said this is like a dense forest. He is just bouncing off trees.
Captain, what did you do?
I killed an island, okay? I killed it! I didn't mean to, I just killed it. I'm too powerful.
So yeah, you give him that sweet MC introduction, and as you guys are kind of sailing away from them, you're just blasting this sweet, sweet harmonica riff. And people are starting to learn the legend of the Rockmonica. You see this giant wave cresting over you, but it looks like a galaxy. Like you're just seeing this beautiful array of colors again. All right, so you guys ready to jump back into it?
I guess.
Yay. Okay, so just as a quick little reminder for you guys, I know all of our listeners just had a nice little recap, but for you guys, last thing that recently happened, so you guys went through the ruins you found on the island, you ran off the island, Indiana Jones style, as the whole thing collapsed and sunk into the ocean. After getting out of the outcropping of trees and the isle, you encountered a kind of like an army, essentially, calling itself the Armada. You guys played the Ballad of the Rockmonica, and then Mango gripped the stone that had formed in his hand from the ruin, and then you guys got sucked into a whirlpool, and then were traveling through this cosmic tunnel.
I forgot. Oh.
Yeah, you are in.
So good.
You are in like what looks like a cresting wave that a surfer would go through, except it's looks like these spiraling galaxies and almost like cosmic bits. So you're traveling through here. You're struck by the wonder of the sight that you're seeing, and almost as quickly as you guys ended up in this tunnel, all of a sudden you're out. There's a flash of light. And then all of a sudden you find yourselves sitting in a serene pool. You look around and it doesn't look very large, almost like a small pond, but it's completely still. The water is undisturbed, not even by your ship in the water. It's undisturbed. It's flat like glass. But off in the distance you see kind of like another smaller island. Not very far, maybe 50 meters. And you see kind of this long, outstretched walkway, almost seeming like a dock. And as you guys see this dock, you feel the ship get pulled towards it. When you guys are being slowly pulled towards this dock, you can look around and see that there's kind of like an end when you look around. Like it doesn't seem like it stretches on forever. Like you're in the world, you can see the horizon, you can see where it ends, but here you don't. You can't see the stars. You can't see anything. You're just here. As the boat slowly gets pulled up to the island, it stops and locks to this landmass. What do you want to do?
So the Earth is flat.
First
Oh,
things
man.
first.
I knew it this whole time. I'd assume we're all pretty freaking out. Like we're pretty freaked out by what just happened?
Well, that's up to you. You have no
I
idea where
am.
you
I
are.
Yeah, no,
personally-
this happens to me every day.
Yeah, this is like how would your characters feel about this? Like you were literally just running from ruins, you were being chased by an army, and now you've ended up here. You have no idea where it is, but you're here.
I guess there's only one thing to do. We
Yeah.
explore.
I guess, but hey guys, check it out. My hand literally just passed a magic kidney stone, and it took us here. Are we not freaking out about this? Because I'm a little freaked out about this.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Yeah,
J-Rock.
I have
I'm losing my mind. I knew
have
I was powerful, but I
no
did not
words.
think I could teleport us to literally heaven, wherever this is.
Dude, you're the captain.
What does that have to do with this?
I don't know.
Okay, fine. Whatever. Let's go. Let's go explore. I'm the only sane person around here, apparently. Come on, Jerry.
You want me to come
You're the
with
only
you?
one I can trust right now.
Oh, are you sure, Captain?
Yes, hold my hand.
Oh,
Not the one that the stone came out of.
okay, Captain. So
I'm scared.
Jerry holds your hand. Okay, so when you walk to the side of the ship, the side that is landed on this island, you see like a stone path that leads up like down towards kind of like the kind of main piece of this island that you've seen. And it's kind of surrounded by some foliage closer to the island.
Oh, okay, that's it. I was like,
Well, yeah, like do
Okay,
you guys
so
want to go
it's-
down? You want to head in?
I pull out a cigar.
Actually, I let go of Jerry's hand. I'm like, yeah, you stay here.
Okay.
This might be dangerous.
Okay.
Um,
Okay, Captain. Thank you.
every time.
Can I okay, actually I want to do this. I want to look around and I want to use like Arcana or History maybe to have can I do a check of some kind to
Sure, yeah, you can try and make a check on
Arcana? I'm guessing this is pretty magical.
You could do an Arcana check. You could do if you have any kind of history or any other kind of knowledge checks that are available. I mean, there's kind of a lot going on.
Yeah, I have
so,
an Arcana History.
So
those.
pick one. You want to do Arcana? Is that what you wanted to do?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so roll an Arcana.
That is 22.
22 total, not
Total,
not
yeah.
a nat 20. Okay. So, yeah. From your vast knowledge of kind of the arcane arts and spells, you've never quite heard of anything like this. You've heard of other planes of existence. You've heard of these other kind of beyonds, but you've never really heard of this or seen this or read about this. This one's new.
Guys, I did some thinking and I don't know what's going on. I really don't, apparently. I rolled pretty good.
What an astute observation.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm a little wary of this place. I'm a little freaked out. So how about we all just kind of get ready for battle? Let's just be
Yeah.
on guard.
Yeah, I mean,
Sound good?
How are we gonna know what's going on? We might as well just go. What else are we doing? We literally just went through a galaxy basically. So
Yeah, we're pretty much in space, I think.
Okay, just gonna ask one thing. Is this water glowing here?
Looking at the water, it's almost if you think of like a serene, crystal blue. But when you look down, because it's so still, it almost resembles that of a mirror.
Don't drink the water.
No, I was wondering if it because I imagine being in a cave area that without seeing the cave walls
Okay.
that was bioluminescent water, and I was like, oh, this is so cool.
actually, you know what? I have a water skin, so I'm just gonna go down and just grab some of the water just in case. Maybe it's special or something.
Maybe you don't
Okay.
actually scoop any up.
Okay, so I go down to some of the water and I try to scoop up some of my water skin.
Okay, yeah, you scoop some up.
Okay.
So, boys, since we're in some place that we've really never been before, not even Earth, or what's the world called? I don't even know. It's Earth.
Oh, our water world.
Yeah,
The world,
like
do you
our
guys know?
world.
The
Yeah.
world is called Drayden.
Okay.
Okay.
Drayden, basically, here's what I think. I think we should have Cal in the front, leading this charge, J-Rock behind him, and then me behind J-Rock, because I think that might be the safest way to go about this.
Yeah.
So lead the way.
I mean, I'm not in first, so sure.
Let's go.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys are just walking down in that order?
Yes.
Okay.
Like
We're kind of like ducklings, where there's like the big mama in front and then the two little ones.
Like clearly
Sure.
the captain's in the back.
What a
No.
good captain leading the charge. Okay, so no, you start walking down this path. The path is about as wide as like a sidewalk. So I mean, like if you wanted to, you could walk side by side about 2 people across. But you guys are walking in a single file line, which is totally fine. And so you walk down. You walk down this path and you reach the kind of the beginning of this island that you're seeing. And you see when you get closer, it's surrounded by this beautiful foliage that you've never seen before, like these exotic flowers and leaves. And then as you look forward, you see this stone staircase that begins to kind of spiral up the island.
Let's keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep going.
Yeah.
Okay, so you start making your way up the staircase, and you walk up for a short time, and when you guys start to wonder if there's actually an end to this staircase, you finally reach kind of a top plateau. You step out to this top plateau, you can see some weird shapes and objects kind of positioned around the outer rim of this plateau. It's a stone ground, more foliage, and it's still quite gorgeous. But the one thing that kind of throws you off is that in the middle of this plateau, you see a table. And at the table, there sits a man who is sitting currently poring over some paper and scrolls and scribbling down quite vigorously, writing on this paper, and doesn't even seem to acknowledge you.
Guys,
Yeah.
we might have to kill someone. Listen, this place
Cal
is,
kind of just pulls his axe like very quietly off of his back.
this place is whack, and I don't want to take any chances here. Usually I'm the adventurous type, but I'm a little worried about this place, to be
I
honest.
feel I'm a charming individual. I think I could go up to him, have a conversation. If you guys just have backup ready, because I mean I don't do a whole lot anyways, other than throw balls and stuff on the ground. So I might as well and go talk to him.
'Kay.
See what's up. You guys maybe just hang back.
I turn on my magic hands, like, I got your back, and Cal, come with me. We'll hide.
Okay, so I
Let's go.
Yeah, so I guess they kind of Sorry.
Keep going.
Oh, okay.
Keep
Sorry,
going.
I thought you were signaling for something.
Nope.
So okay, I guess they kind of step back a little bit, and I go up to him very like kind of slowly, and then like I know he's not really paying attention to us, so I kind of like start making a little noise to hopefully like not
Okay.
startle him.
Okay. Yeah, so you start making your way towards the table. You're kind of like intentionally trying to like make yourself known in not a rude way because you're trying not to surprise him. But he still doesn't really seem to care at this moment. Do you want to say anything? Do you want to do anything else?
Okay, yeah, I go up to him and I just say, hello.
As you say hello, he throws up a hand and shushes you. And it's just like, one moment. And keeps scribbling down. And you kind of stand there like, oh, did not see that coming. And as you're standing there for another like 20 seconds, so it's long. You're like, and he's still writing. And why don't you go ahead and make a perception check?
Okay. 11 plus I think 2.
Okay, yeah. So as you're kind of like standing there, just looking around, you see he's scribbling down some more notes on the paper, but you don't recognize any of the symbols on the notes of the paper, and not even like, oh, I could probably guess that's Goblin. I could probably guess that's Draconic. Like you see it, and you're like, I have no idea what that is. I've never seen that before in my life. But the one thing that really weirds you out is the tool you see him using to write looks like a pen. And a pen like that you guys would know a pen, which kind of weirds you out because in the world you come from, it's still ink and quill.
Oh, okay.
So this is a very kind of like
So
another
it's like a modern
foreign
day
piece.
pen.
It's like a very nice, expensive looking modern day pen.
Okay.
So not.
So as you stand there for the 20 seconds or so as he finishes jotting down his notes, he puts his pen down, kind of folds his hand, and looks up at you and says, "Oh, well, welcome. I'm always bad at these kind of introductions. Welcome to here. Now let's not waste any time and let's get to it. We have a lot of work to do."
Is it really cold here?
Kind of, but I mean, like, why does it matter where we are? Like, we're wasting time. Like, come on,
okay,
we have
okay.
things. We have
sure,
things to
sure,
do.
sure.
I summon Mage Hand and I like make it crawl across the floor and I
Okay.
tap J-Rock's knee and I'm like thumbs up, thumbs down. Like how's it going?
I put like a little like signal like behind my back, like a thumbs up kind of, but like, I kind of like.
You see this gentleman kind of like lean over the table, and he looks over and is like, I'm getting really frustrated with your games. Can you guys please just come out here already? Like, I'm seriously, we gotta stop wasting time.
Okay, I come out.
I think he knows.
I come out. Well, my name is Mango Breeze, Captain. I extend my hand as I walk forward.
That it's very important that you're captain. Thank you for telling me. Are you done? Are you guys done wasting my time yet?
Wow.
Okay.
I guess the whole charming thing didn't need to really. Yeah.
I think we screwed up.
There's no charm in
We
this.
played our cards very wrong.
I even tried the Mango Breeze introduction.
Look, here's the thing.
Usually works.
I have very little patience for this kind of idiocy. Can we please just... And as he starts kind of like getting a little more worked up, you hear another voice pipe in, and you hear a woman's voice this time.
Oh.
And she says, "Oh, calm down, George."
Thank you. Finally, someone competent. Jeez.
So after you kind of hear that voice, you look over to your right and you see this other woman is here on this like plateau, and she kind of walks over and introduces herself and says, "Hi, my name is Guinevere, but you can call me Gwen. That's my brother George. He's a little short with people,
I can tell.
But he's still useful." And then as she kind of finishes that sentence, George, who you now know as George, is just kind of like, "Oh, I'm sick of this. Guinevere, you're way better at these introductions. Please just
I very abruptly just stick out my hand and I'm like, Jirok,
to
Nightlander.
to Gwen."
Yes. Oh, come on, not to George.
So
I already tried that. Didn't work.
Gwen looks over and politely extends her hand as well and shakes it.
Perception check. Is she hot?
Oh
Saw that coming from a mile away.
Are you gonna roll for that?
Yeah, roll perception.
Yeah, okay. 15 plus. It's actually +1. I said +2 last time, but so I kind of cheated. But yeah,
So
16.
you make this perception check and you start kind of like analyzing her face and her features. And when you initially saw her, you thought she was human. But upon further inspection, she looks a little different. As you kind of slowly analyze her, you realize that she actually only has 4 fingers. And her skeletal structure, like she's taller, but the more you're kind of like analyzing, you realize it's a little bit different than a human's. Almost seems like a little more kind of like elegant in shape.
Is that your type?
But like pretty face. Like,
When you look at her face
like,
a little more,
I'll get down with an alien, but I just don't have a face.
most of her features are similar to that of a human.
Okay.
So you could probably see her.
So
as
she's a
attractive.
fair maiden.
She's
Awesome.
a fair maiden, but you also notice that when you look at her eyes actually don't have pupils, and they're actually just kind of like a swirling crystal blue.
I can get down with it. Okay. Sure. Okay. I just.
Are you
play
gonna
it.
roll the swooner?
No. I'm just being polite. That's all. I don't want to rush things.
Don't touch her. She's got the devil eyes.
No.
Well, anyway,
Too late.
welcome to here, I guess.
What's the name of it? Is it really called here?
Well, here's the thing. We don't really have a name for it.
Oh, we're really good at
Yeah,
names.
no
Can we
worries.
make one?
We got guys. What do you think?
Rockland. Monica Land.
Rockmonica Land.
Can we call it the
Rockmonica Land.
Everness?
What?
The Everness.
The Everness? The Katniss Everness, Dean?
No.
I'm really into
that-
the
I
like
forget what-
Rockmonica Land.
Rockmonica Land. The theme park. Everyone's beloved.
Oh,
If we're being completely accurate here, before you guys get too lost on your tangent,
okay.
it's kind of like an in-between.
That's a bad name.
No, so
I like Rockmonica Land.
Okay.
We're gonna call it Rockmonica Land. I hope
Yeah.
that's okay.
let me explain. This place, I mean, if you really want, and if it's easy for you to understand, you can call it the Rockmonica Land.
I think
I
we're the-
I
understand.
fist bump
these
Mango.
yeah, we fist bump.
I understand that these changes, seeing these things, can be a little overwhelming. So if that makes you feel more comfortable, then fine. But to more accurately describe it, it's in between, and that's really all where we can place it. It's not in any material plane. It's not in any plane at all. And in all honesty, it's not even in time at all. It's in between them. It's its own space. It's where things just are.
So we're on another planet.
No, I
Not quite.
think it's another plane, from what I'm gathering, but not even.
This is
This is weird.
as
This is,
you
I guess in
understand
between.
planes-
Oh, I get it.
as you understand planes
In between.
similar, but it's not in any planes you know. It's not in a plane. It's just here.
Oh,
Hey,
get it.
Gwen, can I ask a quick question?
Yes, Mango.
How did we get here? like,
Actually, honestly, very good.
Like,
Didn't think of that.
I'm quite excited that we've now discovered a new continent or something for
Yeah.
our ship. But sorry for taking this from you. But I'll put a flag down somewhere later. But is it something to do with this? And I hold up the rock, like the my magical kidney stone or whatever it is.
That's very deductive of you, Mango. It is actually. It's actually through that stone that we were able to pull you and your ship here.
Why did you do that?
Well, truth be told, just because you were the one holding it.
I can't. You know. Okay, you got me. You got me there. That's a good one. I'll take the hit for this one.
And it's here. Let me explain a little more. Truth be told, we've been watching you guys for some time now through our eyes and ears in your world. Our eyes and ears come in different forms: people, statues, animals,
Eyes, ears.
plants even from time to time. But we've been watching you, and we saw you finally get a hold of the stone and realized you were it. Here's the thing. We're Alari. You would never have heard of us before because we existed long ago. But see, explaining all this is going to be hard, so it's best if I just show you. And she motions to her left, and as you look, there's a door frame there that you don't recall previously seeing there. But inside is just blackness, and she gracefully steps over and asks you to step inside.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah, I don't know. If you need
I'm intrigued.
So you guys all step inside, and after she steps inside, it's like the door never existed, and currently you're just sitting in blackness.
Rockmonica Land. I had it for a second.
As you're
just how I imagined.
as you're sitting in this blackness, light slowly begins to form around you, these like light dots. And you see them slowly start to form and spiral faster and faster and faster until they all collide and explode out. And as they explode out, you see images begin to form. You find yourself standing in a magnificent city, surrounded by these massive glass structures. In the distance, you see these curved domes. Surrounded by hundreds of people, you see these weird devices flying overhead and these tall, mechanical people, from what you can see, also walking through this courtyard. These mechanical people are roughly 8 feet tall. They're long and curved bodies that walk with a similar grace and elegance like you saw Gwen with. She pauses and kind of looks around, reminiscing, and looks at you guys and says, "Beautiful, isn't it?"
Hey, you should see my ship. But yeah, no, I like it. I like it.
It's all right.
I guess it's not to everyone's taste. You see, this was our time. This was our era. One of prosperity, ingenuity. It was a golden age. But it came to a horrible end. You see, there was a war between us and another nation, Shirvan, a nation of beasts and monsters. perpetuators of war. And as she sees this, you see these new, crudely shaped flying pieces overhead. And you see them coming through, and you see them launching these glowing balls, hitting this glass city and hitting these other ships out of the sky. And you see them start to come raining down, and you see one of the tall buildings start to fall over. And then suddenly the streets are flooded with smoke and fire, and all you can hear are people screaming in terror from the attack that's just taken place. As the dust begins to settle, you're surrounded by fire and corpses on the streets. And farther up the street that you're standing by, you see a silhouetted figure holding a body. And as it looks up, you see nothing but hatred and anger in the eyes of this figure. She pipes in again. You see, it wasn't the war that ended us. It was him. Another Alari, a scientist, just like us, who began doing unfathomable experiments on himself, all for the sake of this war. He managed to do some unnatural things to himself and gave himself immense power, but was consumed by hatred. In his anger, he deemed this world unlivable. And against our warnings and pleas, he annihilated the enemy nation, himself, and ours. It was at that time that we stepped into here. As she was explaining that previous section, you saw the scene change. And as the world and the streets that you were sitting in kind of faded out, it was almost like you were, in almost like an atmospheric perspective, where you see this silhouetted figure again, kind of curled up in a ball, hovering in the sky, as you see this energy forming around him, and you see this energy wave shoot out from his body, and you see this shock wave just leveling the planet. She said, in your world, you've heard rumors of a cataclysmic event. Many discredit it as something that ever existed. It did happen. And the truth is, it's happened many times. See, he's come back time and time again and wiped out nearly everything on this earth. Every time he does this, the world springs anew and new life forms. And you see it's kind of back on the planet, and you see what was previously rubble from him annihilating the planet. You see it slowly change, like a time lapse. You're seeing it like time fast forward, and you're seeing the rubble begin to grow over with new plant life and foliage, and you see these trees start to spring up, these new species of trees and these new creatures that you haven't seen before, and like the planet has restarted. You see, this is why we pulled you here. We need your help in stopping him for good. So after she says this, you see the memory cut out again. And then after the kind of images comes like cut out, like imagine like turning off a TV, you just see it kind of like shut off. The door frame is there again. And she walks out. As you walk out of the room, you see George still scribbling away on his table. And as she steps out, you hear a third voice. And you just hear, hiya. And then as you look up, you see a third Alari that looks similar to Gwen, but a little bit different. And as she kind of hovers down from where she was placed in the sky, she kind of lands. She says, hi, I'm Jillian. I heard you got the introduction from Gwen, so let me level with you. Truth be told, we didn't pick you. The ruins you found generate a stone that is able to focus the right kind of energy that we can pull you here for a time. So you're the only ones we can bring here. And if you didn't notice, the ruin fell apart. This is the last stone. This is our last shot.
Wait, so
This is a
we
lot
can't come
of
back
pressure.
here? Like my stone's broken?
You're the last group of people. So actually, sorry. You're the last people we can bring here. You see, we've watched the world reset time and time again and watched other heroes attempt to stop him. All have failed. Some were able to delay him for a time. Some were able to slow him down. But he wiped them out just the same. So now You're our last shot.
They didn't have the Rockmonica.
Actually, that
Mango's
is fair.
Mango's a little. His brain is kind of fried for a second. And listen, I get I wasn't your first pick. Like I would pick me either for this. We're kind of not the world-saving type. We kind of do what we want, and like shoot the breeze is kind of our motto and our thing.
Oh, that's
And
really good.
as you kind of say that, you hear George in the distance at his table. Oh, trust me, we know.
Okay, George.
Yeah.
We didn't ask you. Okay.
I like
You
this
don't
guy.
have time for us.
So sorry, but I kind of just want to chill, and I don't really want to help. Is there something
like
in
we
this
were-
for me?
Yeah, we were in
Or
the
is this
middle.
like,
of,
is this going to be an adventure or something, or like some kind of task?
You see Gwen kind of look downcast for a moment at your reluctance. Just like, I know this seems crazy. And trust me, we've talked to enough people to know what this sounds like.
you know what, Gwen? We're doing it. We're doing it, Gwen.
Really?
Wait.
What? Wait.
This sounds like an epic quest.
What?
Jillian.
Oh, shut up!
No, Jillian jumps in and says, Mango, it's the adventure of a lifetime.
This isn't. Why isn't anybody saying this to me? Listen. You open with quest, and then I don't need to hear anything. It's free. Why are you wasting my time? Come on, George. You were watching me. Jeez. I'll do it. Don't even tell me anymore. I'll do it. I run. I start running away, and like I'll save the word.
Wait, Mango, come back for a moment. And
Okay.
look, I need
come
you guys
back.
to focus because, truth be told, we're running out of time.
You're telling me. I gotta get this done.
The reason we haven't been able to stop him in the past is because we've been missing 3 pieces. 3 pieces that can tell us the full story as to why and how he is the way he is. And if we can figure out how he is the way he is, we can finally take it apart, as it were, and stop him from coming back again. So what we need you 3 to do is we need you to go to the 3 locations that we found. It's taken us millennia to finally find these. Every time he comes back, the world shifts again, and each piece becomes harder to find. But we finally found the 3. The 3 pieces and where they're located. One is located in the depths of the sea, at the very bottom, as it were.
Oh man, that's gonna be tough.
That sounds awesome.
I'll do it though.
Another
I'll get
one
it.
is located at the top of a mountain.
Easy, I can fly.
The place where the final piece of his transformation took place. And the last one is found in some ruins that are found in the center of the country, known as Halver. So when she says that, you guys know what Halver is. So if you remember previously, we discussed in this world there was 3 great nations, all in kind of like the 3 primary continents left in this world.
Yes.
So the islands were Latier, Halver, and Geisen. Halver is the largest of the 3, located in the middle of the 3 islands together. You know Halver as a once kind of broken apart nation that has now been merged together as one massive military giant. They're the ones at the forefront of the anti-pirate movement that are currently trying to expand their reign, as it were, across the world. They're not pirate friendly.
Uh-oh.
Easy. Sounds easy enough. You say the word, I'll get it done. I swear.
Easy
You can
peasy.
count on Cap Mango and the Rockmonica
Easy
crew.
peasy mango breezy.
That's
Oh,
good. That's good.
my God.
The mountain is located to the east, known as a place roaming with giants. So it may be a little tricky to get there. And the one at the depths is probably going to be the most interesting to get to, as at the depths it's at, no regular human body can survive.
That's why I'm a bird.
We'll need to find an alternate way of getting down there. See, the place that it's located in the depths is a place that only the wildest of beasts dare to go.
That is,
Insert wink. And that location is located near the southwest of the map. After they kind of tell you this, you see Jillian kind of start checking her watch, being like, okay, well, we're starting to kind of run out of time, so we're going to have to speed this up a little bit. So here's the deal. You guys got to figure out a way how to get to the very bottom of the ocean at the deepest point. From what we understand, only crazy, large creatures can end up down there. So we're going to have to figure out a way of kind of getting one of those. And you know what? Let's just start there, and we'll talk to you guys again soon.
Wait.
As she does that, she thrusts her hand forward, and the three of you kind of launch, and then all of a sudden find yourself standing on your ship.
Oh.
And then all of a sudden you kind of see, like over in the distance, you see them waving from the island, like, good luck. And as that happens, you sink back into the water, and then you find yourself back in that cosmic tunnel.
Damn it.
So wait, did she just like team rocket us like off the top of the mountain? We're like, we'll get you again.
Not quite. It felt like you were going to start doing that, but then all of a sudden you kind of were just like on the boat.
Oh, that's not as fun.
Damn it, I wanted to ask about John. What's his deal? Seriously. Like, he's obviously got something to do with this. He gave us the compass.
Well, that's is Blake, by the way.
Blake, right.
John Blake.
Of course it is. Whatever. Mango doesn't bother remembering names, but
Okay. Yeah, that was
whatever.
That was Blake, by the way. Okay, so you guys find yourself back in this cosmic wave, traveling through. You guys kind of have a couple minutes.
Oh,
Do you guys want to like say anything to each other about what just happened?
guys.
Like everybody's there, right? Like we're on the boat.
Yeah. So like your
Or you
crew's
guys
there.
first?
You three are there. Do you three want to talk about it at all? This has been a pretty crazy revelation for you guys.
I mean, given the things that have happened so far, this has like this it happens. But I mean, right now, this is like the coolest. Like, cause we're just in like a cosmic thing, right? Like just going through space, basically.
Okay. So actually,
You have a soft side, J-Rock. I didn't know
it's
that
for
about you.
cosmic stuff. I'm a real cosmonaut.
You're a space
you know?
cadet.
Yeah.
so Calkazar actually walks over to the side of the ship, and you know how like surfers when they're in the tunnel, they always put their hand on the side and they just like go through. He kind of just does that. He feels the water.
Your arm gets torn off. You die.
Dang it.
No, you see it kind of just like part around your fingers, kind of like what you see in a wave.
Oh, that's awesome.
Are they are they giving us some of the what are they? I don't know what we would even call it. Weed, drugs.
So
What?
after kind of that moment with Calkazar, all of a sudden you guys almost if you guys have seen Pirates of the Caribbean, you know how Davy Jones, his ship kind of just like shoots out of the water. That's
yeah.
basically
That's
what
super
happens.
cool.
You guys just all of a sudden you just kind of like shoot up and emerge.
I use disguise self to make myself look like Davy Jones, squid face and all.
Oh,
I'm kidding.
Okay, so you guys are now back in Drayden in the ocean. So when you check your maps, you finally get yourself oriented because you're not where you were before. You can see that you're kind of in the true south position of the map, kind of very like near the bottom middle. And so Jerry kind of just walks over like, Captain, what's going on?
Yes, and I go up and I like stand on that tall part of the ship. I don't know. You know where the steering wheel is? Like I stand on the balcony just in front of the steering wheel, and I'm like, everybody, listen up.
The crew kind of like makes their way over and kind of like stands up and is staring at you. They're very confused still.
So a lot of crazy stuff just happened. You guys have been the best crew for these past, I don't know, 3 days. But specifically, Jerry, you've been top notch.
Thank you, Captain.
Now, boys, we've got a quest. And I like raise my fist. Anybody else? Anybody else? No?
Hold on. You see a couple of them, like Jerry's kind of like, yeah, and the rest of the
That's
crew,
what I'm talking about.
the rest of the crew's still like, we still don't know what's going on.
I walk over to
yeah,
Frank
yeah.
and I raise his hand.
Okay.
Frank.
Yeah.
I guess it's more of a push because I'm kind of short. But like,
Honestly, I'm a little surprised, Frank. Boys, you've been great. Great to me and the crew. But, when we were in there, we met some people, and this quest is not going to be like any other. We're going to be saving the world. And that's kind of a tall order. And I know not everybody's so enthusiastic about quests as me. So, if you're not up for it, you can leave the ship and the crew. But anybody who wants to stay and help me, Cal, and J-Rock, you guys are staying. I'm not letting you guys don't get an option.
I just start slowly walking away. It's like
I'm just like, I'm one leg over the railing already. I'm just like, yeah.
Because this is going to push us to our limits. And I need the best men possible and people who are 100% committed to the Captain Mango and Rockmonica.
So as you're saying these things, the crew's kind of starting to look around, feeling like a little better. They're like, you know what? Like, save the world. That sounds pretty good. Like you see kind of murmurs of those things coming out, and then you see Jerry kind of like stand up a little more confidently now, feeling a little better. It's like, we're with you, Captain.
And I turn away. Nobody sees me cry. But I'm like, well, boys, let's quest! and
Oh, yes.
and I raise my hand again and hope people cheer.
That's awesome. So yeah, the crew, when you do that and you shout that, all feeling a little more confident this time around, a bunch of them throw their fists up to you and are like, yeah! And like they all, like the crowd kind of like is with you. And then you see them kind of move off to their stations and start getting the ship prepped and ready to sail.
So I meet with Jerry, Cal, and J-Rock, and in like the navigation room.
So where are we heading to first, Captain?
So we got a bit of a problem. We got to get to the bottom of the ocean to get. Well, I'm assuming like everybody's kind of filled in on the whole details. I don't need to.
So are you like? So you told them the whole conversation and everything going on.
I gotta tell them like, yeah, we gotta get these 3 rocks. We gotta save the world and this guy.
Okay. So you see Jerry
Just
kind
like
of
the highlights, kind of.
Yeah, Jerry's kind of like, ugh, that's a pretty tall order, Captain.
What we're saying? Would you think saving the world would be easy? Come on, Jerry.
I have an idea.
okay.
Yeah.
How long can Frank hold his breath?
Now I like that.
They said no ordinary human, and let me tell you, he's less than ordinary.
I'd give him like 2 minutes tops.
That's a little generous, Jerry. When we get the chance, I'm taking you up on that bet. But
You're on, Captain.
10 for 30. 10
some
gold
cinder
coins for
blocks
30
around his
seconds.
Well, first though, we need to go west.
I thought west was where the Giants were.
No. Bottom of the sea is
Southwest.
southwest, right?
Yeah.
Southwest?
Yeah. So we're straight up south right now. We need to get west first before anything.
We have to get a little bit west.
I agree.
Because Southwest is in between.
But here's the thing. I've been doing a little thinking.
Okay.
She said to get down there, we need a giant creature or something.
No, that's true.
I seem to recall we made friends with a
Dragon turtle.
I mean, friends. I'm pretty sure he knows that.
Kissed
like,
my
he's-
hand when I gave him earrings and
We
stuff.
did scam him though.
As terrified as I was of him, he did seem pretty civil once we gave him the gold.
But the reason why I'm mentioning him is because it's not easy to get any random giant animal. But we got a way to attract this guy. Gold.
That's true.
We just need to get a ton of gold.
I knew I should have
okay.
got animal handling instead.
So this is where we do our pirate stuff and go pillage or something.
I guess we could always go to the nearest town. I don't know. Like, how do we attract them?
I say we hit
Like,
up something on the way to like southwest.
Okay, and I mean,
What's
I
on
can
the
see what
map?
I can find out.
Yeah.
So there's a couple islands kind of scattered along the way. So like, when I said true south might be a little misleading. Like
Okay.
you're just kind of like really far south in the center alignment
Yeah.
of the map. So you're not at the edge of the map. You're kind of like
Yeah.
in the middle of kind of like the south half. But yeah, you got a couple islands scattered along the west direction. So I mean, the maps aren't totally completed. So you might be able to guess and ballpark that there might be some towns, islands. Might be able to get a couple jobs, something around. Like
I'm not getting a job.
I don't mean jobs like you're gonna work in a corner store. I mean jobs like jobs for pirates, like the life risking things.
How do we feel about a heist?
Oh,
I say we rob a bank because we need this gold quick because we don't have much time.
This is true.
I like this idea.
I feel like that is my specialty.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Hacking and slashing and banking and cash.
well, not so much the hacking and slashing, but the banking and cashing I can really get behind.
That really speaks to
Yeah.
me.
Okay. Well, I mean, maybe we should set sail. I can definitely, if we stumble across any islands or something, I can see what I can find out. I'm pretty good at that.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Does the map have any like towns that are predominantly known for being like, there's money here because it's like a rich district?
Nothing near you. So like just to kind of remind you of what the map's like. So the top of the map, you have your 3 kind of major continents, the biggest in the middle of being Halver. And there's kind of like scattered islands like going down. And then as the farther and farther you get down, the smaller the islands get and the more spaced out they get. So in the south regions where you guys are, there's not like a ton of like large landmass. So there's very few like obscenely wealthy places nearby. So at this time, Jerry kind of pipes in and he's like, well, Captain, looking on the map here, there's a town nearby that could be a good start. We should probably do some restocking of supplies and things anyway. We've been out here for a little bit.
I agree. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, they might have ball bearings.
Now, you guys. Okay. No, I agree. We'll need those at the bottom of the ocean. So you guys go do that. I gotta take care of something real quick in my captain's quarters.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Okay.
Okay.
Can I?
Yeah. So yeah, Jerry kind of leaves the kind of like navigation room to go kind of like, you've kind of like appointed him as like your third in command. So he kind of like directly oversees the crew when you guys don't want to. So he's kind of out there like keeping an eye on the crew. I guess J-Rock and Calkazar kind of still hanging out in the navigation room, and then you go into the captain's quarters.
Okay. So I double check, really make sure nobody's around.
Okay.
And I pull out my sewing kit that I have. I have it in my inventory there.
Okay.
A little known fact, Mango is pretty good at that stuff.
Oh my gosh.
And I start making heist outfits. Like, black mask,
Oh
ski
gosh.
masks, and like the black outfits and everything.
Oh my
and like a
gosh.
bag for the money. I make just the whole ensemble
my
for
God.
me. And I make like...
So like basically,
I make the holes for the horns for Cal's,
Yes.
and then like I make room for J-Rock's already like mask that he's
like a
wearing.
double.
Yeah, it's like a double mask.
So you're basically making a bunch of Hamburglar costumes.
pretty much.
Okay, yeah, you start
Oh,
making
this is
those.
amazing.
So you guys sail for a little while, and now because the islands are spaced out, it actually takes you like a day and a bit till you're actually kind of in range of this island, and it's fairly uneventful on your way there. But you can see as you start getting closer to this island, you can kind of make out that there's a village there, but you're seeing some smoke.
Oh man, somebody might be already robbing the bank. Dang it.
Wait, did we just get turned around or something?
Frick.
Is that us? Did we do that?
Do we have like a telescope or something to look?
Yeah, so what you take out like a telescope and you kind of take a look, and you can see that it seems like there's a little bit of commotion going on the island. Like the smoke isn't like the city's being razed, but like there's kind of like some plumes of smoke coming out from a couple areas.
This may be
Here's
a perfect
hoping it's a
opportunity.
campfire.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we might. Yeah,
If
we
there's
might not
some
even have to
commotion-
do
yeah.
like a full-on heist if we can just run in and grab it while they're all confused.
Yeah, I think we should get over there.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, so you guys start to sail in, and as you get closer, you can see, there's actually like a handful of raiders that have started kind of like hitting the town, and you can see them kind of like kicking in some doors and kind of like looting some bits, and you can see they're kind of focusing on some of the gold and things in the homes. So as you get to the island, you dock, you weigh anchor, and you gotta hop off.
I put on my Hamburglar outfit.
No, you guys haven't seen them yet. You
Oh,
can't-
okay, never mind.
Dang it.
So like, there's other pirates pillaging.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you go up,
Damn
but the thing is, they're not just like regular pirates. You can tell from the outfits they're wearing, they're raiders. So in what you know in like the pirate community, you kind of dress for the way you are, and so like if someone's a raider, like they're wearing the outfits of
Sure,
they're a little more tricked out, a little more heavily geared, because their goal is to go out and fight and pillage. So they're tricked out for that. So you can tell this is why they're here, and they're probably not friendly.
Okay.
Guys,
I think I should.
Captain,
yeah.
permission to start hacking and slashing.
Well, do we want to do this?
I don't know.
Like, it seems like a lot more trouble than it's worth.
They're gonna take the gold anyways. We need supplies.
I know, but what if they attack us?
So are you guys on the dock at this point?
Yes.
I really want to wear that outfit.
So you can kind of see like towards the end of the dock, kind of like leading into the village. You can see as you're kind of like watching for a little bit, you don't see like a lot of raiders. You only see like some, but it just seems like the town can't really defend itself.
Okay. Is it like nighttime, daytime? Like,
Like daytime.
Nighttime.
I look at the guys and I'm like, well, if we're gonna save the world, I guess we'll save these guys too.
here.
Jeez. Being a
There's
pirate
only
sucks.
there's only a few of them. I can sneak into maybe look
Don't
through a
get-
couple windows or something just to grab
Yeah,
some intel.
yeah.
Maybe
Do that.
not do anything bold, but at least see what we're up against.
Give us the like upper hand kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Permission granted.
Okay.
Don't these guys know about dibs? Like we called it on the ocean like a week ago or something.
Okay, so J-Rock, roll a stealth check for me.
Okay, I figured that would. Come on. Okay, that's a 9, I believe.
Okay, so you said you wanted to go peek through some windows, right?
Yeah, like maybe not necessarily one that like is obviously being raided, but like kind of maybe sneak up and just kind of peek through a window, see what's happening. Maybe.
So you kind of go up to one of the houses near the street, and you're kind of start like peeking through. You're looking for one that doesn't have a ton of commotion going on, and so as you're kind of like peeking in, you can see like a couple people kind of like huddled inside, looking a little scared and nervous. And as you're kind of like peeking up through the window, you see a burly raider kick open the door, and you see him brandishing a sword and shield and looking around. And then at that moment, his eyes look kind of catch yours as you're kind of like creeping up over the window, like, fingers on the windowsill, like, oh, and he's just like, hey, and just kind of like points at you and kind of starts to run outside. So at this time, he starts calling out for like some of the other crews, being like, hey, we got a couple more troublemakers here.
I start running away as he's doing that, and I kind of like fumble around and like maybe throw like I don't know, just a little bit of oil or something kind of behind me as I'm running.
An oil
Okay. So he's not chasing you.
Oh, okay.
He
Never mind.
just kind of runs around and sees you
Okay.
kind of running and starts to call out for some of the other
Okay.
guys. And J-Rock, as you kind of look over your shoulder, the other guys, you can kind of see the commotion, but you're not totally seeing this. You see like a taller, kind of like a taller, like kind of like more heavily armored raider, kind of like step out of the house that the smoke was coming from. That so he had kind of lit it on fire from what you can
Did his
tell,
business,
and kind of
yeah.
steps out. He's got a toothpick in his teeth, and it's just like,
So cool.
what a great day to raid.
Okay. I just keep running. And I just say, start the
Making
ship.
it back to the guys?
Start the ship. I just run. Like, I just book it.
So, and from what you saw, you like I said, you only saw a handful of raiders and this one kind of like more heavily armored dude.
Okay.
Okay.
So I come back to the ship, I
can
guess.
take
Like,
him.
do I get back to the ship? Okay. Like,
Yep.
okay. So I come back.
They're
and-
still more focusing on like collecting gold
okay.
and stuff.
Okay, guys. I only saw a few of them though, but they're big and they're mean, and one of them saw me.
What kind of weapons did they have?
Dang.
Did I see what kind of weapons they had? Like,
You saw the one guy had a sword and shield, the one dude
Okay.
who kicked open the one house who saw you initially.
Because like I guess I wasn't really looking too long.
And the other more heavily armored dude that came out, you also saw a big battle axe on his back.
Okay. So yeah, they had a battle axe and a sword and shield from what I saw, but I mean I only saw a couple of them. I ran. The one guy saw me, so I can't, but they're pillaging. That's for sure. It's on a campfire.
Do they have a lot of gold? Like
I didn't get a good look. Like all I saw, there's a family, or by the looks of it, there's just some people, and they were kind of huddled as guy kicked down the door. He saw me, and I just ran. But then there's another guy who stepped out of a burning building, and he had a giant battle axe, and he looked really scary. I don't know if he's a leader or something, but he was huge, and I do not.
The city was huge.
Yeah.
How tall are we talking?
Yeah, let's remember that J-Rock is a gnome.
Yeah. Okay, actually, yeah. So
everyone's a giant. to
yeah.
J-Rock.
So I guess I'm not even gonna say I know his exact height. He just looked massive to me, and that's all I'm saying. He looks very large. I don't know if us three alone could necessarily take them. I don't know.
Okay.
I think actually only one of us could take him.
Oh.
I got a plan.
Oh.
And the town's already kind of screwed up anyway, so I've been meaning to try this out for a little bit.
Uh-oh.
Hey Cal, come with me.
Let's
And
go.
we step on the land. And I'm like, okay, just let it happen. You're gonna love this. And I use a meta magic thing so that I can quicken spell, so I can cast something twice. Okay? How tall are you?
I'm 7 feet.
Okay, good. I'm gonna cast Enlarge, a second
Yes!
spell, and I'm gonna cast it twice. So he's gonna be once he's gonna be 14 feet tall, and then twice that
28 feet.
He's gonna be 28 feet tall.
Oh my god! I could have been.
I'm so happy.
And I literally and when he grows, I want to sit on his shoulder. And he's just
So
massive.
after you cast this and you see Calkazar start
how
to just
big is our
enlarge
ship?
20. You guys,
we're off the ship. We're off the ship.
okay,
you're on the
sorry.
dock at this point.
Oh,
you
okay,
see Calkazar
sorry.
start to enlarge, and as it gets bigger and bigger, you see his foot break through the dock, but he's you're still standing. And so J-Rock, you're kind of still just hanging out on the dock, oh gosh. And then Mango, you're sitting on
his shoulder like a
Calkazar's
real
shoulder,
parrot.
Oh my god!
let's go.
And I'm like, okay.
I'm gonna roll perception.
Fine.
8.
Okay, so
Are any of them on the street? Is what I'm looking for.
yeah, you can see the guy with the sword and shield and the armored dude.
Okay, I'm just gonna hit them with Gloring Rush then.
Okay, so you're gonna Goring Rush the guys in the street. So
Yes.
from what you can see, there's still only 2 dudes in the street. There is the sword and shield guy, and there is that heavily armored dude. So you start sprinting down towards. So which one are you gonna target in particular? Because Goring Rush is still a targeted attack.
The bigger one.
Okay. Roll a d20.
20.
Oh, nat 20. Oh.
Holy crap! Okay.
Yes.
Maybe this was a good idea.
And remember,
Okay.
we're doing the rule where if you roll another one
Yes.
and another one,
So
yeah.
roll another d20.
7.
Okay.
Okay,
That
so
was
no,
just
so
the
you
one,
just get the
just
one. Just get the one. That's still a lot. So you start booking it down the street. You kind of break up the dock a little bit more.
Okay.
You guys are closer to the end to it, so it wasn't too much. And then you start booking it. This 28-foot tall, massive minotaur starts booking it through the street and sees this armored dude who's just kind of enjoying the spoils of war. Kind of looks over and is like, "Oh man!" And then you come in and you gore him. So roll damage, and then we're gonna times it by 2. So Seth, I think you mentioned when his size increases, he gets an extra D4 per size.
He gets 1d4 extra damage on any attacks. And since I cast it
So he
twice,
gets
that's
2d4.
2d4. Yeah.
my God.
Okay, so it's
So-
a 1d10
Yeah.
of the Goring Rush, and then
2d4.
2d4.
And then are you multiplying
6.
both of that? All of it together?
Yeah, and then the total times 2.
Okay. So roll 2d4.
I don't.
2.
Two.
Okay.
It's the top number.
4.
6. So,
So
that's
12.
12 times 2.
20.
24.
That reaction is all I needed to hear. I'm so happy.
Squish him! Yeah!
So you run in and you get him real good. Your horn punctures through. He's armored out, but your horn punctures through his armor, goes right into his gut, and you kind of rip him up for a second, and he's like, "Blah," you see him like cough out blood, and then you see him fly off your horn, and then kind of like roll, and he doesn't move. But as you kind of like then now slow down and steady yourself because you were goring rush, you see he's like kind of like
Twitching.
crawling. So he's not dead, but he's not good.
Cal, you gotta step on him.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I just like move my foot over top of him?
So
With your
that's
movement action?
That's
Yeah.
the end of your turn.
Okay.
Actually.
So,
So
Well,
now at
that's-
that point,
well, that's
we're gonna count that as a surprise round, and now we're gonna roll initiative.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I was gonna ask if I could. Okay, just wait 1 second. I was just gonna ask like if I can go and like maybe save that family, or is it fine? Like I can probably just wait.
We'll say before quite initiative, you kind of ran up closer, like, and you're just outside the house. So you were kind of like following after them, like oh my gosh, he
Yeah.
broke so much of the dock, and took you a little bit of a minute, and so you kind of didn't get to see his super awesome stab, but you kind of are at the edge of the town behind the house,
Okay.
and so now we're gonna roll initiative.
Oh, okay.
I got a 10.
I rolled a 3.
I rolled a 1.
Did you add your initiative too?
It doesn't matter.
Oh.
I rolled a 1.
I rolled a 5.
Okay, so we got our initiatives in. So now you're kind of here in like this town square sort of place. Let's see, Cal and Mango are kind of positioned in the middle of it, just kind of standing there. The captain is kind of, that you guys have seen, is kind of rolled off over in the distance and is kind of slumped on the ground, looking very, very, very bloody, and his body's falling everywhere.
Typically how things go when we're around.
You see one shield dude that's kind of standing in the street as well. He was the other one, the second guy who's in the street, who's now standing there like,
Was he the guy kind of from the house that saw me?
he was the dude from the
Okay.
house. You see another building from the kind of like town square, looks like kind of like a tavern. You see another dude with a sword and shield come running out of that building, and he kind of sees this Minotaur and is like, "What the heck?" And looks over and sees his captain bleeding on the ground and is like, "Oh gosh, Captain! Oh boy!" And then you see him charge at Calkazar's leg, and he's actually going to try and slash your leg, Cal. But no, he kind of runs over, makes a slash at your ankle. And what's your AC?
14.
14. Oh, he got you actually. Still only did 2 damage.
Actually, he did 1.
Why?
Because I have Path of Earth and my skin hardens like stone, so I gain resistance to bludgeoning, slashing, and piercing damage.
That's
Okay.
ridiculous.
Meaning I take half damage.
Half damage on all like melee weapons. Oh my gosh!
See, this is why I made him the big one.
There is a giant Minotaur mountain running through this town. I was not ready for that. Okay, yeah. So he walks up, quick, kind of slashes at your leg. It kind of like nicks you, and you're.
I just
like,
think it makes like a ping
ooh,
noise.
you cut me. Okay, and kind of following behind him out of the tavern, there was another dude who kind of runs out, who's a little more lightly armored, but has a big cutlass in his hand, and so he kind of runs out and he follows suit and kind of runs to your other leg though, and is going to also make a swing, and he is also going to hit, and so I'm going to grab damage here. And okay, he only did after your reduction, he did 2 damage. So, yeah, so far you've taken 3 hits. Nice. After that is going to be Mango.
Okay, hopefully you'll let me move kind of liberally here. I want to hop down and go to like J-Rock. Hopefully he's like close by.
I'm by the
And,
house, right?
Like,
I can't remember what you said.
Okay, it would be like your full move to get to J-Rock.
Ah, man.
So like you jump, like that's just your full move though. So you could still do an action.
I wanted him up here too. I was gonna try and carry you, but that'll take a while. I'll yell at J-Rock. I'll be like, "Hey, maybe next time I'll do this to you, so you can be normal size." And
So you're not running down though.
no, I'll stay.
I just 2 middle fingers straight up.
Anyways, you might want to back up a bit. And I nudge Cal's ear, and I'm like, "Hey, want some more?" Yeah. I'll cast enlarge one more time.
Yes!
Can you actually do that?
I have listen. I have that is like I'm level 4 now. I have 3 level 2 spell slots. That's my last 1 for level 2.
I'm
You
56 feet tall.
No, what? 56?
Yeah, it grows double, right?
Yeah,
I was
you were
28.
24.
No, he's
Oh,
28.
Oh, he's 28. He's 28.
I'm 28. So I'm 56 feet tall.
And Mango's just like, just shooting out magic missiles, like, yeah! Crush him! Okay, do it, stomp him!
Okay,
Wait.
so you enlarge Cal to
I said only one person. We only needed one, so I'm committed to making it only one person.
Can you enlarge me again?
No, I don't have any more spell slots.
So
dang
you enlarge him to 56 feet, and I guess you're just gonna stay on his shoulder.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna like cheer and be like, woo!
Okay, so you're gonna.
I
Stay on his shoulder.
cast something, so that's my move. And
Okay, so it's the captain's turn now. So you look over and you see
Jerry, look! Jerry, you see me? I'm way up here.
You see Jerry and the crew at the ship just like jaws to the floor, just like what?
I know, right?
Like a couple days ago, they were part of like a pretty average crew, and now all of a sudden they've been thrusted into a world where they need to save the universe, or this world basically, and their captain and one of his either first or second mates is now 56 feet tall, rampaging through a town.
This is why I love quests.
Okay, so the captain's turn. You see the captain. He was kind of rolling on the ground. You see him kind of like kind of crawl over to the side of a building and kind of like inch himself up slowly up the wall, and he's just kind of like standing there, and he's just like, oh gosh, and just he kind of starts to just like slowly crumble away, but he's not getting very far. After him, on the other side of the town square, you see another dude with a cutlass come running out of actually like a house this time. And he has a cutlass and a bow and kind of like runs out of the house and looks over and is like, oh gosh. And then you see he sees you, Mango, sitting on the shoulder, and it just kind of figures out, he's like, it's his fault, and kind of pulls out his bow and takes a shot at you. And his bow breaks. He crit failed. So he saw you, Mango, and he's like, oh, he's the key to this. Draws his bow, and the string snaps, and he's just like, damn it. And that's his turn. Oh my gosh. Calkazar Cal. That's you.
By the time it's my turn, everyone's gonna be dead.
That was the plan.
Oh my. Okay.
Oh my God.
So there's 3 guys out here right now, right?
Technically
4, I think, right?
4.
Okay, 4.
There's
But
the captain who's like, he started fumbling away. 2 guys with cutlasses and 1 guy with a shield.
okay, if I was to just like jump up and double foot stomp on the guys, would that be an attack or would that be movement?
I'd kind of count that as kind of like both. So like your kind of like move and attack would be you're kind of like jumping up and like trying to stomp on them. And we kind of assume like you're kind of like trying to do it a couple times to hit them. So I'll let you, because your size, I'll let you roll a d20 for the 2 guys at your feet.
Like for attack or
Yeah, so roll a d20 to see if you hit them.
that's a 5.
Yeah, so you kind of start like stomping around trying to hit them, and they're kind of like jumping back and forth like, holy crap, what have we gotten ourselves into? But you don't hit. Next, you see a second shield guy, but like a 4th dude come running out of a house who runs out and is like, oh man, like, I have an idea. And so you see him start to charge your leg to try and kind of like knock you off your footing with like a shield bash. So he charges at you and like kind of like smashes into your ankle, because you're kind of already kind of like shuffling your feet around. You still keep your footing and you don't really go anywhere though. So now currently you have 2 guys with shields and 1 guy with a cutlass currently surrounding your feet. After he did that, we go to J-Rock.
Oh, thank God.
Get up here, man!
How far am I from the captain?
He's on like the other side of the square, so like at least 50 feet, maybe 60 even.
Okay. I guess I
Like is he further away than like all the other guys? Or
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
okay.
Because like you're on like the left side of the town square,
Yeah.
and J-Rock's or not J-Rock, Calkazar's in the middle of it, and the captain's on the other side of it, kind of fumbling away.
Okay. I guess can I kind of move behind Cal so I can kind of see him?
Yeah. You could like run up behind Cal and
Okay, I kind of run up behind Cal and I take a shot at him with my bow.
yeah, okay. Roll a d20.
No, it's already here. A 6. And then I guess just my proficiency bonus, but still an 8.
That's not gonna hit.
How that? This dice. suck.
So he's fumbling away. You shoot off an arrow and you see it kind of like deflect off of like his plated shoulder, and he just keeps on trucking along. Okay, so this is gonna bring us back to the dudes at J-Rock's feet, and they're gonna try
Calkazar's feet, you mean?
Yep, at Calkazar's feet. And let's see, there's
Your feet are a little low to the ground, J-Rock.
Shut your mouth.
So the one dude with the shield is gonna try and actually just get like a good old stab in your foot. There's still only hope. Their only hope here is they're just trying to bring you down, and they're hoping that they can like Gulliver's travel you and just like keep you locked down. From my understanding on your timer, you've had 2 turns being extra large,
Yes.
so you get 4 more turns being 56.
Well, I guess he would.
No, you would reduce down to.
He would be double.
You'd be
once.
double size.
You'd be double size for 1 more turn,
Yeah.
and then you'd be back to regular size.
Yeah.
So you have 4 more turns at 56 feet. Then you're gonna get a 5th turn.
We got this.
Yeah.
Okay. So the one dude's gonna try and go for a stab. Oh, he's actually going to hit. And let me grab this.
This mountain will not move.
Oh wow, no, he actually did 10 damage.
After my...
Oh no, sorry. Does it half the damage?
Yeah, it has to...
Oh, he did 5.
Yes.
That's ridiculous. That's
Okay, that was less exciting. I thought they were actually gonna put a dent in you. What's your
Still,
health
no.
at?
27.
still. He's getting there. Like
Yeah, they're whittling you down.
They will not break my creation.
So they hit you 5, and then the other dude with the cutlass is gonna start hacking at your feet as well. He's not gonna hit though, and so after they've gone, it actually goes back to Mango.
Okay. I yell into Calkazar. I'm like, open your mouth and play along. Okay. Does he do it?
Okay, I just opened my mouth with him.
Okay, I jump in his mouth and I'm like, laser breath, and I cast magic missile, but I cast it down at the bad guys from his mouth.
Okay,
so it looks like he's like, and I hope Cal's playing along, so he's like, rah, like
Okay,
Godzilla.
who are you targeting?
So there's guys at his feet, right? Just,
There's
3 guys at his feet, right?
Yeah.
yes, 3 guys at his feet and 1 dude who's kind of at the edge of the square, who's like the dude the bow, and then there's a captain still running away. So you can see 5 dudes.
okay, so I'll get the ones like I think it would be dumb to like look down at his feet and breathe laser missiles on him. So I'll get the bow guy.
So you get to pick. So you want to shoot all 3 at the bow guy.
You said the captain's still running away a little bit, right?
Crawling.
I'll shoot 2 at the bow, 1 at the crawling guy.
Okay, shoot. Roll your 2d4 for the first dude, the archer dude.
Yeah. 1, so 2. 4.
So
6.
6 total, and that is off of this dude.
Do I need to roll for the other one?
So the other, so that archer dude, he's kind of standing there, and you see him kind of take 2 darts, and he stumbles back a little bit, but he's still standing there. Then you see the third dart heading towards the captain, and roll damage.
4.
4. Yeah, so you see this last dart. You see it almost seems like it even like picks up speed at the last couple seconds. And as he's kind of like stumbling away, he's like close to the tree line. He's like, I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it. And you see the dart just like smoke him in the back of the head. And you see his body just kind of like stiffen up and fall over and slumps down. And he's not getting up.
Die, die, die! Do a Godzilla scream.
That is like the
Do a
third or
Godzilla
fourth,
scream.
like boss in a row.
What?
That's like the 3rd or 4th guy in a row
that we've tried to kill, and you just finish him off
It really is.
with magic missile.
That's true, actually.
The reason I use it so often is because it's like a guaranteed
Yeah,
hit.
that's
Yeah.
true.
Okay, so that dude with the cutlass who was standing at the edge of the circle sees the captain go down and is just like, damn it. But sees that the dudes actually around the big guy's feet are actually starting to do some damage. He's like, all right, this is our best bet. So he runs over and he takes a swing at your feet too. And holy crap, yeah, he hits. Okay, yeah, actually he rolled max damage, so you're gonna take 5 again. So you're down to what, 22?
Yep.
So
And it's my turn now, right?
nope. Yes, it is actually right.
Okay, so I'm gonna pull out my big battle axe.
Oh gosh.
And I'm actually gonna take a step back, and in the step back, I just knock Jirok back with like the back of my foot because he was hiding behind me.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna turn it into
Wait, hold on.
basically
Like how are you jumping back?
no,
Tell
like
me.
I'm taking 2 steps backwards.
Okay, so you're not jumping. You're just like
No,
sliding your feet back,
Yes.
stepping back. Okay.
and I'm gonna pull it out and basically make it a giant fly swatter.
I'm gonna give you disadvantage, but you can roll for all of them.
The last one I did would have been 11 because I got a 9.
Okay. Yeah. So you hit 2 of them. So roll your 1d12 and then roll your 3d4 for the first guy.
Okay, I rolled a 9,
Oh my god.
3, 4, 1.
Okay.
So that's 17 damage.
And then, do you want me to roll for the other guy,
And
or
I'll
is
roll for the other guy.
just the D4 or the
Both of them.
D12?
D12, and then you're gonna roll the 3d4.
3, 4, 3, 4.
14.
So let's see, that was
14.
So you see you kind of like take 2 steps back. You kind of like knock J-Rock, who kind of rolls over and actually J-Rock, you're prone right now because you kind of got you still got thrusted back by his heel. So you kind of roll over and fall prone, but he was gentle enough that you don't take any damage.
Better than me squishing you with a giant
But then
axe.
then you see him rotate his paddle of a battle axe and swings it down, and you see 2 of the dudes are like, "Oh crap!" and they jump out of the way. They manage to get out of the way. But actually, the 2 shield guys aren't nimble enough to move. And then you see the paddle just come down. And you see them just kind of like put their shields up like, ah! And then as the axe hits them, they're crushed. And you see like they're basically just like a pile of meat and bone at this point. And then they kind of, like what is left of them, you see kind of like slump over. And they're
So
dead.
2 left.
So
So there's 2 left, and that's the 2 cutlass dudes.
since I hit their shields, did it make kind of like a popcan crunching noise when they went down?
Yeah, kind of.
Cool.
It's amazing.
And so after he goes down, that actually now brings us to J-Rock.
Okay. So can I get back up? Like, is that a thing?
Yeah, you can
Okay.
stand up.
I'm back up. Okay.
That's your move, though.
That's my whole move is just
That's your
getting
move
back
is
up.
standing up.
Okay. Like, if I attacked him now with a bow, would it be a sneak attack?
No, like
No?
it's just combat.
Oh, I guess.
So you could
They
you
know
could
you're
still
there.
You could still just shoot a bow, though.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So which one do you want to shoot at, right or left? Dude on the left is the one who took some damage from.
I'll do that
Magic
then.
missile.
Yeah. Okay. So the guy on the left, I'm gonna shoot at with my bow.
Okay.
19. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I think it's plus 2.
So yeah, you definitely hit.
Okay. And that's a 1d6. So wherever that is, there it is. Oh, I'm not even using the right dice here. Okay. 3. Okay. So you peg him for 3 damage.
Hit him with 3 damage. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So he kind of jumps back, and then you see him take like an arrow to the shoulder, and it's just like, oh man, and then like takes the hit. And now that brings us back up to the other cutlass dude. And the other cutlass dude kind of like sees all that happen, sees his buddies, and it's just like, you know what? Sod this, and just books it and starts, running back through the town, just trying to get out of here. So he bails. Then after he starts running away, it goes to Mango.
Okay, I whisper to Cal, and I'm like, I got a plan. Listen, I want you to punch the next guys, but I want you to have me inside your hand, okay? Can you do that?
Okay.
Like make a fist, but with me inside it?
Yeah, okay.
And then can I kind of postpone my turn
Yeah,
so that
so
I can...
you're going to do what's called delaying an action.
Yeah, because I kind of want to do like a...
Or like readying an action. So you're basically making an if-then statement for your move.
Yeah.
So what do you want?
So if he punches someone, I want to cast Thunder Wave and make it a thunder punch. So when he goes like full fist, just slams someone, I cast Thunder Wave. So yeah, but I also use a meta magic thing, a careful spell, so that he doesn't get hurt by the lightning.
Okay.
Yes.
So it's a true thunder
Okay.
fist.
So you're delaying your attack to basically, as soon as he basically makes contact with the person or is in close enough in range.
As soon as he contacts that person, thunder.
So if he makes contact.
Or close, yeah, if it's close.
I was going to say, because it's very important.
Yeah. If he misses, I want to still hit. But
Okay. So you want, as soon as basically his fist's in range, you're going to thunderclap.
yeah. Remember to say thunder fist when you do that.
Okay, so now it's going to the other Cutlass dude who sees his other buddy run, and it's just him standing here. And so he kind of starts chasing off after him and running away. So now it goes to Cal.
Don't let them escape.
The two of them are running away.
Don't
So,
let them escape.
How far did they get in that time?
20 feet.
That's nothing for you.
Okay, that's nothing. And I
like
was gonna
a
ask
step.
if they were like really far because I was like, would my movement be like tripled as well because I'm that much bigger? My stride
That would
be
make
longer?
sense.
Basically.
Okay,
So-
so I'm gonna take like just a good stride towards the guy and just go down yelling Thunder Fist, Thunder Fist, and just go to punch the guy who ran on the right.
Okay, roll a d20.
11, 12, 13.
Please.
That's actually not quite going to hit on his fist, but it is going to bring you close enough for the thunderclap that you've read.
Sure, okay. I can satisfy with that. Okay, so yeah, they're close enough for that. Basically, they have to make a Constitution saving throw. They have to save from 14. On a failed save, they take 2d8 thunder damage and are pushed 10 feet away. On a successful save, the creature takes half as much damage and isn't pushed. So I'm going for an explosive effect here.
How much damage does he take?
2d8.
Roll 2d8.
Yes.
And
It's
then
working.
I'll play out what this looks like. in a
Okay.
minute.
6 and 4.
10.
And they get pushed 10 feet away.
So you punch at the dude on the right. So you kind of step forward and make a wide swing with your fist, kind of screaming "Thunder Fist!" And so as you do that, you kind of unfortunately you whiff. You kind of misjudged it because you're not used to being this big, and you misjudged it and you whiff. But as you're starting to whiff, Mango in the hand goes thunderclap, boom, and then launches it off. And so as you whiff, the thunderclap goes off, and the dude just launches forward 10 feet, and you see him basically roll and ragdoll. He's just he's
my
toast.
gosh.
So even though he didn't hit with the fist, he still went flying, and his bones are shattered, and he's dead. So there's one dude with a cutlass left,
And it's Jirok now?
and it is J-Rock.
Okay, so they're kind of running.
So there's one dude left.
Yeah,
who's
and-
running away.
Is that the guy who's been injured, or is that the guy who just
That's the
originally
guy who's
just?
been injured.
Uh,
Because he's on the left.
No,
That's the guy who just booked it.
You finished the guy who's injured.
Oh.
Okay, so there's just a guy booking it.
Yes.
Okay, how far is he? I don't
At
know.
this point,
From me,
probably 60 feet.
I mean, there's not a whole lot I can do. So I move. I guess I move up my full 25 feet, and then I shoot an arrow at him.
Okay. Roll a d20.
10. Okay,
Plus.
and that's I believe it would
Plus your proficiency bonus.
Okay, so yeah, so 12.
So unfortunately, that's not going to
Yeah, of course not. Of course not.
Okay. And so this is going to go back to Cutlass Dude, who saw his other dude got thunderclapped and it sees that and just freaks out even more and just starts running harder. And so he actually dashes this time and gets another 40 feet away from you guys. And then it's going to go back to Mango, who you're still sitting in
his
Cal's
fist.
fist.
Is he outside the city limits now? Is he in the?
You're in the city still. You're kind of, it's starting to get a little more crowded now.
Where's the guy?
Running down a street, kind of straight forward ahead of you.
Okay, I probably shouldn't do that then. Let me think.
Somebody was going to do a lot of damage.
No, I was gonna cast levitate and then drop you on him.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna like Mario butt pound.
Yeah, exactly. But
Ground pound.
there's people. Okay. I'm gonna yell at Cal. I'm like, throw me like a missile, and we'll see how it
Does
goes.
that count as mine or him? Like, will I postpone?
And as soon as I'm close enough, I want to cast Thunder Wave again.
So you have to postpone.
Okay,
right?
so
So he's gonna throw me
you're-
like a Zeus lightning bolt.
Okay, you
Just-
know I could reach him though, right? Because my movement's
Okay,
easy.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
So you're gonna ready another action until Cal throws you.
That's true. I didn't think about that.
We could just thunder punch him again.
That's the safest way.
Yeah, there's a better chance of you
Sure, yeah.
hitting him.
We'll save the Zeus lightning spear for later.
Okay.
Because that's dangerous.
Okay. So you're readying another thunderclap for when
Thunder Fist.
Cal punches. So Cal, you're gonna move forward and punch again.
Yeah.
So how are you gonna punch this time? It's getting a little more crowded.
I'm gonna like kind of, you know, when you like windmill a baseball, so like you swing your arm like a windmill
Yeah.
like backwards. I'm gonna basically do that and then just like lead with the punch.
So
go
kind of
in.
like underhanded, like
a
slide.
softball throw,
Yeah, like a
basically.
like a softball like uppercut.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah, okay. So you're kind of going straight down the street to avoid the buildings. Okay, I can get behind that. Sure. So yeah,
Say
you
the
do that,
words.
roll a d20.
Oh yeah, while I'm doing this, I yell Thunder Fist.
Part two.
Roll a d20.
12.
Plus. Oh, you don't get any pluses on that. So unfortunately, you whiff again.
But I'm close enough.
But you're close enough for a thunderclap.
Okay. So again, Constitution saving throw.
And that's going to be this. And he failed a lot.
All right. 3, 8. So 11.
11. And gets launched 10 feet.
I should mention objects are also pushed 10 feet away if there's anything nearby. And it's like a thunderous boom.
Okay, so you kind of do your softball swing through. You don't quite hit him, but you do get close enough again for another thunderclap. This time, because of the way you did it, Mango's actually like horizontal in your fist doing it. And because he's horizontal, he doesn't get the best angle on it, but still hits him for the 11 damage, which then sends him flying forward. And as he goes flying forward, you see kind of barrels and other rubble and pieces in the street kind of launch down the row with this boom of thunder. But this does knock him prone. And so he's now on the ground, and it goes back to J-Rock.
I honestly give up at this point, and I just start looting bodies. So, like, is there a body within 25 feet of me?
Oh, yeah. All
Okay.
the guys he kind of squished in the middle.
Okay, I just
and-
start looting them. I don't even bother attacking.
Get the gold.
Because, like, I can't even do it. Like, I give up.
So you start looting them, and you kind of like some of the gear's been like ruined a little bit, so there's nothing amazing there. But you do find a sigil for a house, and you don't quite recognize the sigil of a house, but it seems like it's for potentially like a local lord of another island. But more on that later. Next, let's jump back to Dude, who is prone, and he's going to get up, and he's going to make it into like a dash action. So he's going to get up, and then he's going to run.
Wait, isn't getting up from prone your entire move action though?
Actually, you know what? I think you're right. I think you can only dash if you're already standing. So you know what? You're right. Good catch on that one. So yeah, he's going to stand up and get ready to start running again. But he's basically sitting in front of you, like a sitting duck.
Is it my turn?
Yes.
Okay. I only have like one spell slot left. Okay. I just like squirm my way out of his fist and just go magic missile. And I'm just like, I'm done with this. Let's end it.
Tried and true.
And roll your 3 missiles.
But he's holding me like an action figure kind of thing.
My mango action
He
figure.
turns his hand, and you're just kind of like, "Ah, fine, magic missile.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
3.
Four.
So 4, 3. So
Okay.
11.
Yeah. So the dude kind of like is like standing up, like trying to like get his feet. Like he just got like launched by a shockwave, and kind of stands up and kind of turns back over his shoulder. And as he looks over his shoulder, he sees the Minotaur holding the bird action figure, who outstretches a hand and says "magic missile," and the 3 darts launch into him, and he is dead.
We did it.
I'm just.
Okay.
I don't even care. I just
Okay,
give up.
You saved the town.
Wait a minute. Okay. So I still have one turn really big.
You have 6 seconds.
Yes.
What are you doing?
I'm going to put Mango down and just run as fast as I can down the street.
Okay. So it's getting, like I said, it's going to get a little more crowded. So I actually want you to make an athletics check.
That'd be like 90 feet,
Don't screw this
basically.
up now.
If I fall, I kill a ton of people, so that was the best guess.
Well, after 90 feet, you're just gonna shrink again.
Well, can I run back the other way where it gets less credit?
Yep.
Do I still have to make an athletics check?
Are you trying to escape the crew? Like what is happening?
What are you?
I kind of just want to run like a big giant monster.
Yeah, so you get to run for 6 seconds back towards the town square. Sure.
And while I'm doing this, I'm like, I am Minotaurzilla!
And I from the ground, I just wipe away a tear. I'm like, that's my boy.
And so, yeah, you go sprinting back into the town square, and as you're doing that, you're slowly shrinking back until you're standing in the middle of the town square, just like, satisfied.
I'm still actually double size for one more.
Okay,
Like,
another-
for another.
6 seconds.
So for 12 seconds, you're
for
bigger.
another 6 seconds. What do you want to do for 6 seconds?
just admire myself.
Oh my gosh, you're awful. Okay. So that's the end of the fight. So now it's gonna kind of go back to kind of like free action, and we're gonna do a little more for a moment. So after this is all kind of subsided, the kind of chaos of the town is kind of calmed down, and you see people start coming out of the homes, and you see them kind of coming out and seeing like who did this, like who saved them, who was this Godzilla running through the streets. And so you see all these people come out and they just start like, are they gonna come for us next? Are they gonna? But then you see like a little kid kind of like wander over to you, Mango, because you're kind of still in the town. Kind of like in the town part. You see a little kid come over and just like kind of like looks up at you for a second, and goes, "Hey, thanks." And then you see you hear the townspeople just kind of like start clapping and cheering. You see people in the town, like kind of in the town square, cheering for Calkazar, Cal, and J-Rock. And then you see some other people in the streets kind of cheering for you, Mango.
I take my like captain hat, I put it on the kid, and I lift him up, and I'm like, I saved this! I saved you all!
The kid's just like, woo, woo! And so, so we're going to do a little bit of exposition here. You all kind of gather again in the town, and you all kind of collect together, and you see kind of the people who kind of run the town, own the shops, have all gathered together, and then you see the local lord of the town who kind of runs the town. He's just like, "Oh, thank you so much for everything you've done. You've saved all of us here from those raiders. They've been plaguing us for a while, and you finally stopped them. That was magnificent. Thank you."
I'm like, no worries. And in the back of my head, I'm thinking, man, I was going to just throw these guys into economic, like a depression period because I was going to heist and steal our gold.
If only we just could ask a favor. We need to figure out where these guys came from. Can you guys help us with that?
Listen, I'm on kind of a tight schedule, but we gotta. How long?
I know one of you has started to kind of collect some of the things, which happily please take. You saved us. But did you find anything on them? Any kind of information?
J-Rock?
I take a good like 10 seconds and I'm like, there's like a real mental struggle because like I don't want to give it up, but I'm like, if it'll get us out of here, here you go. And I hand him the house sigil that I found.
Wait, I put my hand in front of J-Rock. I'm like, we found something maybe, but we're gonna need some gold because we came here for a purpose. We need some gold, and I'm gonna mean like a lot of it because we saved your town and we got some info for you.
Truth be told, we don't have a lot here.
Damn it, Jerry.
We're a pretty impoverished town. Did you have something?
Yeah. I mean, although if there's any gold or any
Like,
equipment,
honestly,
anything that you can spare,
anything valuable.
very
Can I see
much
what you
appreciate-
found?
I hand him over the sigil.
He looks at it for a second, and you see his expression change, and he's just like, son of a bitch.
Whoa.
This sigil, and he turns it towards you, and what you see and what you saw in it before was a snake that has kind of like burrowed through an apple and kind of like coiled in. You see coming out of different kind of like angles and sides, and it's a kind of a snake's head kind of out, like it's outstretched, like it's gonna bite into the person who's coming to eat the apple. And he said, This is the symbol of House Darien. He's one of the more powerful lords in the area, and truth be told, this is kind of an impoverished part. With the sparse islands as it is, trade is hard. And we've begun to wonder where all his wealth is coming from. This sigil is for warriors who are sworn into the House Darien. These are his men. He's been pillaging us and the other villages nearby.
So you're saying this guy's got the money?
These raiders have been coming for some time, so he's probably got a lot.
And he's in the area, like nearby.
Yeah.
He's about a day's travel, but yeah.
I look at the guys, and out of my coat, I pull our like Hamburglar outfits. I'm like, I think we know what we gotta do. I think we know what we gotta do here.
Here,
Gosh, Mango for the first time.
look,
I think we could be best friends.
I want to thank you guys for what you did in saving us, and I want to get this bastard back for how he's been plaguing us. You guys need gold, and we can't give it to you, but he can. He has an event coming up soon. A party, as it were, kind of an opportunity to flaunt his wealth to the other local lords. All of us hate it, myself included, but I've been invited to this event. This could be your shot to get it, and I would gladly bring you guys along.
But do you have anything?
Do you have like?
I mean, because like we could not. Like, we could
wait,
fail.
how about like? You got supplies here? You got some of those?
yeah, like,
We can definitely donate some supplies.
Okay.
Go talk to my boy Jerry on the ship
Yeah.
and like hook us up with that if you can.
How about ball bearings?
Otherwise-
any of those?
Ball bear? Yeah, do you have ball bearings?
I'm sure we could get it. We can scrounge up some of those.
Yeah, that's
There you
right.
go. Yeah,
Okay.
get what's important.
Yeah.
Okay.
If there's some ball bearings in the mix, I'm in.
All right. You know what? I would stretch my hand. I'm like, you got yourself a deal. I'll help you here, boys. Let's suit up.
I'm already suited. Like I immediately changed.
And you see this local lord outstretch his hand and shake yours and say, "Let's have a heist."